What's going on, High Society? Welcome back to another video, Sword and Shieldburst Spectacular Skirmish Society. So this video is how to level up and train your Pokemon quickly, relatively speaking. You can usually do this in a couple hours, but we're going to kind of condense it all down here. So our buddy Ali, head coach of the Mighty Psyducks, traded me his G-Max Meowth here. Now, I don't know if you realize this, but we're going to give it back to him. But first, we're going to properly train it, and we're going to show everybody how we're going to do it. So you see here, we got Meowth, the original trainer's Ali. It's already been leveled up, so we're going to need to do some stuff first. You see that it doesn't look like it's been given vitamins, but again, we're going to need to do some stuff first to this calm nature. So first thing you want to do when you have a Pokemon is you want to make sure it's a clean slate. So the key thing for that is if you just catch a Pokemon right off the bat, or get it from a raid or something, you already know it's got 0 EVs. To check its IVs while we're on the subject, you go to your box, and as long as you've beaten the battle tower, you get the judge function, and you see here on the right underneath Meowth's name it says HP best, attack best, defense best, special defense decent, speed best, special attack fantastic. So best means it's perfect, it's a 31 IV, and then every other thing below that. No good means it's a 0. So usually you're looking for best and no good depending on what you want. So this Meowth is pretty good. The only stat we're going to want to train up is that special defense, because we don't care about the special attack for Meowth. But with that said, first we got to make sure this Meowth is clean slated. So if you have the Isle of Armor, this is a lot easier. If you don't, there are special berries you can use, and we'll kind of show those as well. So you got to go all the way over to this little island, this little desert island here. And there's this one lady on here, and you talk to her, and she's the clean sand lady. So it takes 10 Armorite ore, which is kind of a lot. Just do like your raids on the Isle of Armor and you'll be okay. But again, this is only if you're getting a Pokemon, like maybe you got it in a trade, or you already had it trained up and you want to retrain it, or maybe it's a Pokemon that you played through the game with and its EVs are all out of whack. So we're going to give Meowth a clean slate. So now all of his EVs are gone. So those extra 16 levels that Ali gave him are all gone here. So now with that, we can go back over here. And okay, so we're here at the dojo now. And this is the best place to buy supplements. Now, if you're like me, I actually haven't put a lot of watts into this place. So maybe you don't have the watts. Like over here, you see I have the machine, but I only have the proteins and the irons. We will want the proteins, however. So we're going to buy those. You want to buy 26 if you're going to max out one of something. Well, we just bought 50. So that's fine. I'll use them. So if you haven't done that, like that's how you can get them cheaper. But if you haven't done that, you can still buy supplements by going up to the Poker Center in Wyndon. So you go to this Poker Center, and you can buy them from the vendor on the right. They are a little bit more expensive if you're not buying them in bulk. You just gotta remember that. So we already got our protein, so we're gonna buy our carbos and we're gonna buy 1 iron. Alright, now that you have your vitamins, you're gonna go to your bag. You're gonna give the vitamins. So, as you see there, I'm pressing down. The max you can give him is 26. That'll max out his attack. So every vitamin gives you 10. And to max out a stat, it's 252. So what you could do is you could do 225. So that's for that, and then you can go down to your feathers if you've been collecting feathers, and you can use that for the last 2. As you see, I'm pressing down, and it only gives me 2. So again, 252. That'll max it out. You can do the same thing with carbos. I don't have any swift feathers, so we'll have to use the full 26 on the carbos. And then we can just use 1 iron for the remainder here. So now, when we go and look at Meowth, and you press X, you see that the attack and the speed have that little dazzle glow. That means that they are maxed out. And that's exactly what we want. We want max speed, max attack. Next, I noticed that this doesn't have the Dynamax candies, so we're going to give Meowth 10 Dynamax candies. That way he completely doubles his HP when he Dynamaxes. And then the next thing we want to do is level him up. So we should have enough candies to level him up here. Yep, so we got him to 84. We're going to have to look at all these moves. So typically it takes about 30 XL candies to level up a Pokemon from level 1 to level 100, depending on the Pokemon. So keep that in mind, or 100 large candies. So again, you're going to need to grind those Dynamax raids. Usually Dynamax raids you will get anywhere between like 3 to 5 large candies. If you're doing gold raids, you'll get the you'll get more XL candies, and if you're doing raids, definitely look for Chansey raids, Blissey raids, Ardino raids. They give you a lot more candies. So if you're going off of that math that you get 3 to 5 large candies and you need 100 large candies to fully level a Pokemon, you're probably looking at about 20 raids, because you will get some XL candies in there. So you need to grind about 20 raids to completely level up a Pokemon. Now, there's not necessarily a reason to level up the Pokemon. You can breed for Pokemon that don't need to be leveled to level 100. This Meowth, however, we needed to level it. So a lot of Pokemon don't need perfect IVs and everything. You could, if you happen to have a good enough Ditto, or you caught a Pokemon in a raid den that has 4 or 5 perfect IVs, sometimes that speed IV you don't need. For Meowth, it's a physical attacker. You don't need that special attack to be perfect. In fact, a lot of Pokemon who are special attackers, you want them to have a 0 like attack. So here we're gonna use a bottle cap to, now that we've gone to level 100, to max out the special defense. So with that, now we have a very serviceable Meowth. Again, let's take a look at him. Go to our box so you can see. So now under special defense, where It used to say decent, and now it says hyper trained, which means it's the same thing as best. You can't breed down hyper trained, but it is the best. So now the next thing we want to work on is that nature. So we're going to want a adamant nature. Let me see if I already have an adamant feather. I do not, or not feather mint. So you're gonna have to go to the BP shop. You can find these around too, as you're just going around like the Crown Tundra and the Isle of Armor. Sometimes you'll just find mints. But as you see here, it's 50 BP per mint. So again, this is something you could breed, but for Gigantamax Meowth, we can't breed it. So we're going to take an adamant mint. Then go to our bag. Again, you saw before, it was a max defense, minimal attack. So now we're going to give Meowth the adamant mint. Adamant mint. And now when we go and look at him, not misreading. We're gonna see that now has attack in the red, which means it's bumped up, and special attack is the one being brought down, because again, we're not gonna use our special attack. So now this Meowth is ready for battle. And again, we talked about getting the canes. You're going to have to grind those max raids. You can also grind the Dynamax Adventures if you have the Crown Tundra. You usually get about 10 to 12 Armorite, or not Armorite, Dynamite, whatever they call it, from the Crown Tundra. And that, you can trade 3 of those for an XL. So let's say you're maxing out on getting 12, you can get 4 XL candies for each of those. Now, every time you do that, that's doing like 4 raids almost. You know, they are a little bit easier than raids, but let's say it's like doing 3 raids. That math, again, like 4. It's probably about the same, to be honest, but doing like the regular raids is definitely a lot more of a guarantee. I think anyway. Because you might not get a legendary Pokemon at the end of your Dynamax adventure, and then you're kind of losing out on that special Pokemon bonus, or if you've already caught a bunch of legendary Pokemon, you're losing out on that. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to show you how to get the money that you need to get all those vitamins and everything. As you see, I bought a bunch of vitamins, and now I'm only down to $28,000. Well, that's no good. So that's why this Gmax Meowth is so important. Everybody can get Gmax Meowth. We need to find where our amulet coin is. It's on my Meowth somewhere. Meowth. But yeah, Gmax Meowth's Gmax attack, not only does it confuse the opponent, but it also gives you extra money at the end. It's like a super payday. Just looking for where my Meowth is. I have to go searching for him. Yeah, I think I went over him somewhere. Oh, there he is. Alright, so we're going to take the amulet coin from my Meowth, who you saw here. His stats were not as good as Ali's stats. We had to hyper train 3 of his things instead of just 1, so Ali got pretty lucky with his Meowth. And then we're going to need some more Pokemon to back him up here. Let's see, we'll go Lucario, we'll just pick all these guys. Cramorant, Torracat, I don't know if some of these are trained or not. These ones are. Alright. We got our team in the back here. So we're going to go to the Wyndon Stadium. And we're going to fight through all this. So I just want to show, I won't let you all kind of sit through me doing this, but we have $28,708. Don't do the Delayed and Star tournament. You want to do the usual tournament. And if you have Pokemon Sword, this is actually easier. I use Shield, and sometimes, yeah, you see Alistair there, the ghost one. That's going to screw up this run. But actually what we can do... No, that's not even worth it. So we won't get as much money as we want from here. So I might redo this again, but I'll be back when I get to the last battle. I'll show you guys how we do it. Okay, so we're going into the last battle here. So I'll show you guys what's going on. So I had to use Barraskewda in the last one, because again we had to fight against Alistair, and the trick doesn't work against Alistair. So I want to show you guys, we have 164,000. That's only after one battle against our battle with Milo. So we got basically 140,000 from that one battle. We didn't get any from Alistair, because you can't do the G-Max Meow. But we will be able to use it here and then get another like 150 or whatever. So we'll end up somewhere over 200,000. So I'll show you guys the first part where we use Meow. Like the fastest way to get money. You can run through this tournament maybe for like 15-20 minutes, so if you just grind it for like an hour, you can get like $1 million polka dollars. So if you grind it for a couple hours, get a couple million polka dollars. That's usually enough to level up like before or train twice for Pokemon. You can probably do a full team if you have the vending machine or dojo all unlocked. There, the G-Max Gold Rush, coins scattered everywhere. Again. Scattered everywhere. We get to do this 3 times, and we want to make sure that we do it all 3 times. Didn't quite kill the Scrappy here. Let's see if it hits itself. The coins scattered everywhere. Hit itself. Hit it down. Okay. I guess I'll let you guys do the last few. We'll go out to Luke Mario here. So again, we had 164. We got off all 3 of our gold rushes. So yeah, just kind of running it back through. make sure you have a clean slate, get your vitamins, level up with either candies, or once you have your vitamins, you know, do the battle train that you need to do. And then it's just about hyper training if you need to at level 100, or getting prestige. Again, if you're someone like me, and not that I play this game all the time, but you saw like I got the Master Ball, and they gave me like 600 BP. That's 12 mints I can buy, so I can train 2 separate teams of Pokemon. I haven't gone to Master Ball yet this season, but I haven't really played the rank, so I'll probably do that before the end. I'm in rank 9, so I'm only a couple ranks away. So you see there, we got 23,000 for beating her, but we picked up another 100,000. So we got about 124,000 for beating her. And again, that should put us right about 300,000. Let's see what Ball Guy has to give us. Probably a wishing piece. That's always what he gives us the first time, yeah. Yeah, again, back to our bag. You can see, yeah, just shy of 300,000. But if you don't have to face Alistair, you're gonna get well over 300,000. Like, we would have been almost at 400,000 for this. So, and that only took like 15 minutes to do. So, that's how you get your money fast. So we're gonna make sure Ali gets back his Meowth to help him grind for that money. So again, make sure you have a clean slate, get your vitamins, level up if you need to, because again, you only need to level up if you need to hyper train, and then get the correct nature. Right? So that's how you train Pokemon quickly. Gen 8 really made it a lot easier this time. If you would like to know how to breed Pokemon quickly, comment down below and maybe I can make a video on how to quickly breed Pokemon that you need. And we'll be having a video come out soon with moves that only work in doubles, so stay tuned for that. And make sure you catch the major division battles happening later this week. And as always, stay classy, society.